So everybody, I'm currently doing a giveaway right now to celebrate going on towards 10,000 subscribers. If you want to get your hands on some free gift cards, all you guys got to do is be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, my channel, and also be sure to turn the notification bell on. Also be sure, of course, to drop a like on the videos and, of course, drop some comments. Let me know what you thought of them. The person will be getting chosen exactly at 10k, and for any further details, it'll be in the description down below. Good luck to everybody. Yo, what is going on YouTube? My name is Catmanjoe, and welcome back, of course, guys, to another brand new video on the channel. Today, guys, we're back on some Borderlands 2, or back on some Borderlands in general after another week of being away from the game. I pretty much only come on, it feels like, once a week just to record a video on this game. But you guys, once again, we are back on Borderlands 2. And you guys, today we're going to be talking about, is Borderlands 2 dead? And when I say dead, I don't mean as in like the game actually died, because that's literally more or less impossible. Like, really, no game actually fully dies. But more or less, is it an actual dead game? Like, is there a very low amount of players playing it weekly, monthly, or yearly? You know, what are the stats for it? And today, guys, I'm going to be going over pretty much what are the average daily players of the game, the weekly daily players, or the weekly, sorry, players of the game, and monthly players of the game. And I'm going to be comparing that to the past few months on Steam, by the way. This just to kind of compare. The website that I'm going to be using for this will be in the description down below. I just want to state, though, just before we get into it, of course, this will not be perfect. You know, this cannot, you know, recommend or, you know, give detail to every single player in the world. Obviously, I'm pretty sure this is just for Steam, like players playing on basically PC. So I'm sure there's a lot more, but in comparison, it will kind of reflect on numbers, and it probably will give you a rough idea of how Borderlands, in general, the game right now, Borderlands 2, is doing, and growth-wise, or daily players, or weekly players, or, as I said, yearly players. So you guys, let's just get right into the video. So I feel like it just kind of goes without saying, but a lot of people have been kind of, I guess, stating the obvious right now, that Borderlands 2, or Borderlands in general, the game, is kind of dying out. Now, this has been something that's been getting said around the community for quite a while now, and I feel like pretty much if you're a part of the community, you'll know this yourself. You know, a lot of people do believe that the game right now is dead. You know, the game itself has been out for many, many, many years. I'm pretty sure Borderlands 2 itself has been out since, like, you know, 2012, or yeah, it's like, yeah, I think it's 2012. So the game itself is, you know, like 6 years old now. So to not really expect it to be dead, you know, you'd be kind of a little bit daft, I would say. That'd be the only word. But the game itself came out, yeah, on the 10th of September 2012, guys. But the game itself, yeah, like, it's 6 years old. It's going to be, yeah, just going on exactly 6 years in pretty much like a month's time. But the game itself still isn't dead. Like, I mean, I still have to kind of jump in and say it. Like, this game itself isn't dead in a proportion. You know, you play, you know, if you do play games like Advanced Warfare and stuff, you'll probably be able to say that's a successfully dead game. If you have ever played Advanced Warfare, by the way, I'm just saying, like, if you liked the game in the past and you've not played it like round about now, I would not recommend getting it or even trying to play it, because right now the game itself is totally dead. There is no online, there's nobody playing it at all. You try and go online and find like a matchmaking lobby, you know, I might even show like a clip on the screen. You're gonna get nowhere. Like, literally, you can go like through about 20 different actual game modes, like Team D, Free for All, Search and Destroy. You will not find a single game, which is just horrible, because the game itself used to be so much fun. But yeah, in comparison, on Borderlands 2, because this game isn't like, you know, Advanced Warfare or any Call of Duties just in general, this game will always have players playing it, and as long as it's got, you know, a group of even 100 players playing it per month, you're still going to be able to find actual games with people in it. Maybe not as often or not as easily, but you're still going to be able to find games with people in it. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now from the actual Steam charts, which is what I'm looking at right now. This is where I'm getting my comparison and all my kind of like stats and views on this. Right now, playing in the past half an hour, in the past 30 minutes, 25 minutes really it is, but there's been already 4,930 players playing it. There's also in the past 24 hours been 8,000, and it's pretty much as like 24-hour peak. There's been 8,414 players, and the all-time peak itself is 123,596. Like, why am I so like? Why is it such difficulty to say that? But you guys, so in general, the game itself still has, I would say, a roughly easy estimate of about 5,000 active players per day playing it. And this isn't like someone coming on the game and then leaving the game and then come back on the game. Like, that doesn't count as two people. That's still one person. So this is still 5,000 players are actively playing the game per day. In general, though, obviously the game has in a sense been dying. You know, the numbers have been going kind of negative pretty much since its actual release. Since the game got released in September 2012, pretty much by October, it already lost half its, I guess, daily or, you know, monthly or yearly even, or not yearly, that's a bit dumb. But it already lost at least half its players. Going from, on September, its peak amount of players was, I believe, 61,000, which was like its general peak, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the average players per day on it was like 61,000 players way back in 2012, so September. which was of course, as we said, when the game got released. And you know, daily, I'm pretty sure players, like actual, you know, every single day, the peak amount of players probably went to about 123,000 in total per day. In October, just a month after, of course, there was like literally 31,000 players only playing it per, I guess, day. Which I know for some that's like, yo, that's still a lot of players, Joe. Which 100% you are correct. That is still a lot of players, a hell of a lot of players, especially just from Steam, because this isn't counting Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3 or Xbox One or PlayStation 4. By the way, you know, I know for a fact someone's going to be trying to call me on this. I know that PlayStation 4 and Xbox One were not out at this point in time. I know it was really just Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it's still kind of it's still a massive comparison in numbers. But then, of course, I want to say it kind of just continued to decline there on out, which was pretty much the truth, honestly. You know, by like pretty much a year later, in fact, by September 2013, the average players went from 60,000 when the game first released, you know, per day, to just a minimum of like 10,000 per day, which is still, again, a lot. It's still a really good amount of players. It was like 20,000 per day max. But you know, in general, it's like 10,000 actual like per day, or like every, like, I guess I think it was like every hour, or like every day in general. There's always like 10,000 playing. Of course, by 2014, by the way, just to say, the numbers had increased. I don't know why. I think this is probably just due to the release, I believe, of the pre-sequel. I'm pretty sure the pre-sequel came out around about 2014. I am not 100% on that, which is actually really bad, but I'm pretty sure the pre-sequel released just around about that kind of time, I want to say. And what happened, guys, was because of the pre-sequel's release in 2014, or in fact, wait, yeah, it was the 14th of October 2014, that's right, the actual pre-sequel got released. Why am I so lost in this? But yeah, due to the release of the pre-sequel, obviously another Borderlands game in the franchise, whenever a new one comes out, everybody, or when it's just about to come out, everybody kind of just swarms right back onto the game and starts playing it. But because of the release of it back on September 2014, the game's average players went from 10,000 to 13,000. The numbers, however, were still kind of negative, to be honest, which is kind of crappy. But in general, they were increasing quite a bit, and we're back up to 13,000 players. Moving on to 2015, on September, we pretty much went all the way down from when the game first came out at 60,000 to just 6,000 players, which is honestly pretty bad. Like, that's not exactly horrible. I mean, it's still a decent amount, you know. 6,000 players, you know, I guess per day. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a bad amount, honestly. I mean, like, not per day, but that's like 6,000 players just in general, like, you know, every single like on all the time kind of thing. But at its peak as well, if you guys didn't hear me say, or if I didn't say that, at its peak, I believe it went to like 15,000 per day. So, you know, 6,000 active players still isn't all that bad. But then moving on, of course, to 2016, which of course this is September 2016. This is now, I believe, 4 years after the game has been released. We're down to about 5,500 active players constantly, and about 9,000 in total per day. Just to kind of give a retrospect, by the way, this was literally, I don't know why, but 2016 was the lowest number of daily players, or peak players, like, that played the game in general ever. Like, literally, it went to the point where, like, literally this was the smallest and most lowest number. August and, you know, September of 2016, the peak players, like, number was just way down. It was in August, to be honest, but yeah, it was really, really, really low, to be honest, and kind of sad, to be honest, as well, just to say the least. I'd say it's kind of sad, actually. But yeah, by September 2016, you know, the game had been out for 4 years. The game was having about 8,000 daily players, like I wouldn't say on and off, but they were playing it more actively. And in general, it was about, I believe, 18,000 players daily, which is a little bit more positive, but still, it was low numbers in that sense. Now, of course, moving on to just last year, guys, September 2017, the game's daily players, or I guess active players that were on pretty much all day, was at 5,700, which again, that was lowering from last year, if you guys don't know. The negative, it just kind of went down a little bit, because really it was positives all around. The game kind of has that a lot. If you look on Steam on the actual charts yourself, the game, you'll be able to see, like, a lot of the time does have a lot of positive kind of, like, it goes up and down. It kind of fluxes and like daily and average players and all, but most of the time it is kind of negatives, to be honest, because obviously the game's been out for that long. Its peak players per kind of day was about 10,000, which was its kind of like all-time low as well. And yeah, now that kind of leads us up to pretty much right now kind of thing. We're going on to September, guys, next month, and currently right now the players just isn't that good, to be honest. So in the last kind of 30 days, guys, the game itself has had around about 5,800 players and 9,000 players total peak kind of thing the past 30 days, which, if you guys don't know, that is really, really bad. I wouldn't say it's horrible, like horribly bad, but it really isn't all that good either. But you guys, so I'm just going to say this as well, just to kind of give some sort of comparison on like the whole idea of like when new games come out, the game gets more publicity and, you know, blows up a little bit more. On June of this year, obviously June 2018, as I'm sure you guys must have known, the E3 Expo was going on, the E3 2018 kind of Expo, and this is where a bunch of stuff got released, and a lot of people that were actually into Borderlands, especially myself, were hoping that Borderlands 3 was going to be fully announced to be coming out within a couple months or something like that. Of course, we didn't get that, of course, at E3, but because there was that many people waiting on it and there was that much hype from the community, on June we literally went from being at like 5,000 players, you know, averagely daily, to literally 9,000, almost 10,000, which is phenomenal. Like, it just shows a massive increase, and it was such a massive positive amount. The daily number as well went to like 17,000 players on one day just playing. So you guys, in retrospect, I think it kind of goes on to say, is the game itself actually dead? Honestly guys, right now, to be real with you guys, I love this game a lot, but the truth of it is not dead yet, but it is definitely dying. Like most games, of course, at this age, they do start to kind of die out, and although the pre-sequels there in that game, you know, some would say is kind of like the savior, same with the Handsome Jack collection, it really isn't. I like the pre-sequel a lot, but its online is just not as fun. When it comes to like picking the pre-sequel or Borderlands 2, I will pick Borderlands 2 any day, even for the online, because Borderlands 2 itself is just a better game than the pre-sequel. No disrespect to anybody who does like the pre-sequel, because I do enjoy it myself, but I'm just not a massive fan of it. But you guys, just in retrospect, I'd have to say I think the game itself right now isn't dying, or isn't dead, sorry, but it definitely is dying, guys. If September of this year kind of shows anything, I believe it's probably going to show really negative numbers and probably an all-time low amount of daily players for the game. You know, right now, guys, with the whole hype of Borderlands 3 kind of, I guess, cooling down because of the fact that we've been waiting now for months on any sort of good news on Borderlands 3, and really all we're getting is the same kind of regurgitated junk daily. I think right now, guys, all we can do is hope and pray that Borderlands 3 is coming. I know that when it does, this game will kind of pick up in players. But yeah, in retrospect, once again, guys, the game isn't dead, but I believe it definitely is dying. So yeah, make the most amount of fun you can out of it, guys. But you guys, I'm going to end the video there. I hope you guys have went to enjoy today's video. It's been a bit of a pain in the butt to record, guys, because my remote kept disconnecting like halfway through the recording. You guys probably heard it, I'm not going to lie. And if you guys want to check this out yourself and give me some opinions on this game, if you guys think it's a dead game now, if you guys genuinely just think it's dead, or if you guys think it, like me, is just in general, it isn't dead yet, but it definitely is dying, let me know down below in the comment section, guys. And yeah, other than that, thank you for watching today's video. If you did go to enjoy it, please be sure to smack that like button, and of course, if you are new to the channel as well, please be sure to subscribe, guys. I'm on my way to 10k right now, and it would be hella appreciated. And yeah, guys, other than that, thank you for watching today's video. I'll see you on the next one, and you guys, peace out.